You're listening to the Intercoastal Podcast, part of the Destination Marketing Podcast Network.
Welcome back to the Intercoastal Podcast, where we explore the people and places that make the Lowcountry so rich in story and spirit. I'm Daquan Mickens, and today we're excited to feature a local business that blends craftsmanship with coastal connections. Our guest, Katy Perrin, co-owner of Perrin Woodworking and founder and curator of the sister business, Windhorse Gallery Marketplace. Katy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Daquan.
Katy, for folks who might not know your story, can you start by telling us about Windhorse Gallery, how it came to be, and how it connects to your woodworking background?
Absolutely. The Windhorse Gallery Marketplace was born from our roots in custom furniture. What began as a passion for craftsmanship through our company, Perrin Woodworking, naturally evolved into something bigger, an immersive space where creativity, community, and culture intersect.
Yeah, and that's really cool. Windhorse blends so many elements: custom furniture, curated art, artisans, wines, and specialty foods, all in front of your woodworking studio. How do you envision those pieces working together under one roof?
Honestly, it grew and continues to kind of evolve organically. We initially had just always dreamt of having a showroom for some of our custom pieces, which landing in the shed in Port Royal was going to allow us to do that. But once we got here and started getting the woodworking business settled, we realized it could be much more than that. So a place where we could really pay tribute to all of those creators that we know and admire. So the gallery kind of came to be from that vision, where we still do show some of our custom work, but a lot of other artists are seen there as well.
Yeah, and that's really cool that you do that and give, show floor to show what everybody does. Because like we've said, most people, when they go to like a woodworks place, they're not expecting a gallery, or they're not expecting more to it. But like your business, you do so much more, your two different businesses, than just we're here to do the cabinets, or we're here to do the flooring or the furniture itself. When people think of like woodwork, so to do such a unique atmosphere and aesthetics to what you guys do is definitely unique.
Yeah, it really is. And something that's also really important to us is not just showing people what we can do with the pieces we feature in the showroom, but how we do things. So being able to show people, have a peek into the woodworking studio, and possibly while something is being made, I think it just creates this full circle moment. And that could be said with, watching an artist paint, or, watching someone create. Just tells a bigger story about that piece.
To be able to say, oh, I watched the person put this together, or I watched them create this, you don't really get that unique atmosphere or opportunity at any other objects or anything like that. So that's really cool.
Yeah, it's really special.
So this October, you're hosting an inaugural Port Royal Plein Air Invitational through the gallery. For someone hearing about it for the first time, what is this event?
This event is going to be really fun. It's a celebration of art, community, and the vibrant landscape of the South Carolina Lowcountry and the charming waterfront of Port Royal, South Carolina.
Yeah, so that's definitely unique for people. Could you give them like a reason of why it's so unique, or why, they should come down and visit and kind of look into it and see what it is?
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun and community-oriented weekend. So we're inviting 15 different artists to come, some local, some coming from as far as Colorado, where they will paint in real time around various locations that we're going to suggest in throughout Port Royal. We'll then invite the community to explore those locations during the 2 days that the artist will be out there painting. So you'll get to see and witness them painting these beautiful, iconic landscapes, in real time, and kind of be a part of the whole experience.
Yeah, and turn it into something bigger than just showing them like this person made this. You actually get to see the process of them making it and on display. Are they able to like then sell off some of the things that they're working on, or is it going to be in your shop, anything like that?
So after the 2 days of painting, paint out, I guess, as you could call it, we're going to have what you would call like a wet paint party style exhibit at the end of the weekend. So all of the works that were created on location will come back to the Windhorse Gallery and hang. So we'll then invite the community for that as kind of the exhibit finale.
Yeah, closing ceremony.
Closing ceremony, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool that you not only give them the space to show off their art and work, but then have the opportunity to sell it and have people purchase it as well.
Yeah, so as you explore these finished works, you may have had experience watching them be created if you took advantage of that opportunity. So yeah, again, full circle moment we like.
Yeah, I agree. Can you walk us through what people can expect over the 3 days from artists involved in the locations, activities, and wet paint party finale?
Yeah, so we're going to kick off the weekend on Friday, October 10th with a reception, sort of an artist meet and greet. So I've invited the 15 artists to be there that night. And then the Saturday and Sunday, 11th and 12th, we'll send those artists out into the community. Well, they'll bring their easels and all their painting equipment to these various locations. And you could imagine some of the iconic locations I have in mind would be like the Cypress Wetlands or the Henry Robinson Boardwalk, the Sands, and all the various, marsh openings between here and there. Shellring is offered to host a couple of artists at their location. So
cool.
It'll be a fun little scavenger hunt around town to go find them and visit them. And yeah, like I said, the wet paint party to kind of wrap things up on Sunday evening. We'll show all of the works that were created, and all of these artists are so talented and varied in, what type of art they're known for. But we're really excited to see how they capture the spirit of Port Royal in all their various ways. We have a couple of abstract artists and some more traditional style painters. So they may be set up at the same location, but likely to create completely different portrayals of these landscapes. So.
Yeah, that's really cool to kind of see the different styles of the artists as well. And then not only that, but then go to different locations throughout the town and see them working on the work that they're working on.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, that does sound fun. It's like seeing Van Gogh and another artist and then paint the exact same thing. It's not going to look the same when you see it.
Nothing alike.
Yeah. So that's really cool. And then the wet paint party sounds like such a high energy way to wrap up the event. What do you think it will mean to both the artists and visitors to see their fresh work created just hours before?
I've been to similar events, and it just makes such a connection between the artists creating the pieces and those that may have been able to visit and see parts of these works actually being painted in real time. So there's kind of unifying moment, like you said at the beginning. Not everyone always gets the opportunity to maybe see a painting in the works. We're always invited to these galleries or museums to see the finished piece. So again, more of just a storytelling component to how these artists paint and what their methods are.
Yeah, and then vice versa, where sometimes if someone's makes a painting, they don't get to see who purchases the art. So having your event and that party afterwards, they can actually meet and greet and actually talk with the person who's going to purchase their painting that they just did face to face. It, like you said, full circle moment. It actually builds that connectivity of painter, buyer, artist, everybody involved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the theme throughout everything we do at the Windhorse Gallery. It's all about connection and community and just inspiring creativity in a number of different ways. So
yeah, and speaking of different host events, things you guys do, Windhorse hosts tastings, workshops, and rotationing exhibits all year long. Why is it so important that you build that sense of connectivity between art, food, and community?
that's just really always been a passion of mine, to bring groups of people together that have a similar interest, whether it's in the culinary based arts or, more of the creative arts, and just to experience something together, learn in a laid back atmosphere. I think it just encourages more curiosity. And we've seen it time and time again where groups of people get together for one of these classes or workshops. They may enter the space not knowing one another, and then the room just fills with laughter. Oftentimes we see people high-fiving, congratulating one another for accomplishing a task. And it's just always been a part of the vision to include community in everything that we do.
Yeah, and I love that you tap into different artistic opportunities to, like you said, bring the community together. Someone who doesn't expect a culinary arts person to be connected with more traditional artistic opportunity, and everybody in one room to just enjoy and have fun, like you said. It's just unique, and you don't get to get that often. Whether it's here in Beaufort or in another city, you are bringing something unique to the area.
Yeah. It's really fun and exciting to see what sparks interest in people. We've been really surprised at how broad we can be with our programming. And since we opened, I have found the space is still telling us that it's got more potential that we have yet to tap into. So we're always brainstorming new ideas and taking ideas from others and seeing what more we can do with the space.
Yeah, but that's always a good problem to have.
Yeah, certainly.
You and Dan have built 2 creative spaces side by side, Perrin Woodwork and Windhorse. How often do they influence and inspire each other, and how do you balance the role between the two?
Oh, it's so fun to see how connected they have, I guess, started and remain to be with one another. Just this afternoon, my husband Dan brought new tasting paddles up to the gallery that we're going to highlight this Friday for an event. And oftentimes we have people come into the gallery for a class or a workshop that later find they have a need for a custom piece of cabinetry or furniture. So the two worlds just overlap in so many unique ways. Was definitely part of the reason of incorporating the gallery space in the actual front of the woodworking studio. Because they do just complement each other so well. And
yeah, I'm sure that happens a lot where someone's, there for a piece or there to watch the gallery, and then they're like, you know what, now that I think about it, I do need this at home, or we do need that, or you see someone working on something else, and you're like, that would look good in my home, or something like that. So I'm pretty sure that coexists really well.
It does. It's a lot of fun. On any given day that we're open, we love offering tours into the back of the woodworking studio. You can see a lot of the live edge slabs that we've milled, on the racks, and an experience not a lot of people
get to see. Yeah. You relocated here from Charleston to Port Royal 4 years ago. How has that move and the pace of life here shaped your creative vision and the way you run your businesses?
The move to Port Royal has been absolutely a dream come true because of what we're able to do in this amazing small town, such a supportive community. I think it's allowed us to do more with both the woodworking business, just being more open to visitors than we've ever been able to be in the past, and just letting people be a bigger part of the process and all aspects of the work, where in the past it's always been done behind closed doors, so to speak. Now we really welcome people to see the work in progress and just experience the craftsmanship that's now right in the heart of town.
Yeah, I think it's when you were in Charleston, you were kind of thinking of it more of like just the business aspect, where now it's more the creative aspect of the entire process. Like you said, behind closed doors, it's more, this is what we're doing, here's what you ordered. But now it's like, come on in, look and see what we're doing as we prepare something for you. And if you like something else, as on the other creative side, feel free to look and browse and kind of open up the doors of what you're seeing.
Exactly. I love seeing people's expressions when they think they've entered the gallery and that's it. Maybe you're not familiar with the scale of the building behind the gallery doors. And then when we open those doors into the woodworking studio, the reactions are just priceless.
Yeah. Speaking of the reactions, when someone walks out of Windhorse, whether they're been to the tasting or art show community event, what do you hope they feel or take away from the experience?
I've been trying to wrap my head around the answer to that question because, oftentimes we get to see people's reactions to the space or to one another within the space.
Mm-hmm.
And always just brings me such a sense of joy. Maybe accomplishment's not the right word, but that we've created something special when you see, like I said earlier, two people enter the space that may not know one another, but get to know one another during a class or a workshop and then continue to maybe come back and further develop, a friendship or a relationship. So I hope people leave inspired and feeling a closer sense of connection and sense of community from our space.
Yeah, and I can tell that's kind of in the sentiment of the whole podcast is connection and community. You guys are making the connection with people who don't know each other and building the community's strengths and bonds and making it stronger.
Yeah.
So for the listeners who might not have known about you and your business, what can you tell them where they can find you online?
We do have a website. It's a pretty lengthy one to type out, Windhorse Gallery and Marketplace.com. We're also very active on Instagram, which I believe is Windhorse_@the-shed, which is what everyone in town has always called the building that we are located in, the Shed at 809 Paris Avenue. We're also open 7 days a week, so you just come see us any day.
Yeah, we would love for listeners to come stop by, whether they're guests to the area or they're locals. They can stop by, whether it's just a visit or in talk or, stop by one of the galleries or one of the events that you guys host. It would be a great opportunity for them to learn more and kind of just speak with you guys.
Certainly. They can explore the calendar of events right there on our website and kind of pick a path that speaks to them and come check it out.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Katy, thank you for sharing your story and giving us a glimpse into your work. This has been another episode of the Intercoastal Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on social media at visit_BeaufortSC on Instagram or at BeaufortSC on Facebook. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share with anyone who loves the Lowcountry. Until next time.
This has been another episode of the Intercoastal Podcast, hosted by Daquan Mickens and the team at Visit Beaufort, Port Royal, and the Sea Islands, produced by Relic.